Hey Bert, this movie's called Miami Horror. The movie starts off great because we get this wonderfully original music. I don't know how they thought they were going to get away with that. I mean, that music is obviously a ripoff of The Exorcist. So, Craig is our main character, and he's a reporter, and he's interviewing this doctor who has found this new organism, this new life form, and he explains that it's growing at a rapid rate. Oh, and he's also being followed by a woman who looks like she has to poop really bad. Maybe she's not even following him. Maybe she's just looking for a bathroom or something. We cut to this swamp where these three guys are standing on just a sweet-ass fan boat. And one of the guys is telling the other two that he received a message from, I guess, the aliens talk to him. So he kind of informs them that that scientist from earlier has the organism. So they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then they just shoot him.
Thank you.
Why would you ever get on a fan boat with two shady-looking dudes and drive clear out into a swamp? Like, what did he think was going to happen? Did he think they were gonna get on the fan boat, go all the way out into the swamp where no one can see him, and then he was just going to tell them what he knew, and they were going to be like, oh, okay, cool. And just ride the fan boat back in. Maybe it's a Florida thing.
Miami, Miami, you got style. Blue sky, sunshine, white sand, right a mile.
So one of the guys from the fan boat, his name is Roach. He's the henchman of the other guy. Roach goes to the university where they have that organism in the petri dish, and then he just starts shooting everybody. Oh, and Roach also kills the main scientist guy. And I'm pretty sure he shoots him in the back. Dick move, Roach. Dick move. So then Roach brings the organism back to the main bad guy, who I think is named Mr. Anderson. So, well, yeah. Roach brings it back to Mr. Anderson, and then he goes over his plans for the organism. Because it's this super being that is getting stronger by the second, and it's turning into
an unstoppable killing machine.
I'll be able to use its power and intelligence against anyone. They'll all be at our feet, Roach. Banks, holding companies, governments. We'll dictate our conditions to them.
Isn't that corrupt?
So Mr. Anderson tells Roach, you got to take out this Craig guy, this reporter. He's snooping around. He's gonna be on to our evil plans. So you gotta take him out. And Roach shows up in a goddamn helicopter with a machine gun and starts shooting at him. I mean, god damn. Craig pulls out a revolver and starts shooting at Roach. And somehow he wins that exchange. So Craig's hanging out, and the lady from earlier, the one that was running like she had to take a poop. Wait, what's her fucking name? She has a name. Hang on. I think it's Joanna. I think her name is Joanna. And she explains that I guess she's like an agent for the aliens, and she's here to she's just a plant here to help them protect the world or something like that. So Joanna tells Craig that he needs to go to the Everglades to meet with the aliens because they want to talk to him. They want to have words with Craig. It's time to get down to the nitty gritty.
Riding on a fanboat. Riding on a fanboat. Fan helps the boat go. Boat helps the man float. Riding on a fanboat. Riding on a fanboat. Fan helps the boat go. Boat helps the man float.
So the aliens show up and he meets one of them. And the alien takes the form of Craig. Because, as I guess he says, because it's easier for the humans to deal with it. But it's like, why wouldn't he just look like somebody else then? Because that's still... I get where the alien's coming from. Like, I don't want to look like an alien because I don't want to freak this dude out. But also, it's like, you also don't want to look exactly like him because that's going to freak him out. Just being face to face with yourself, only it's not a mirror and it's moving different. That's about as freaky as running into an alien. I'm going to the store. You guys need anything? No, dude, we're good. So basically, the alien tells Craig that the organism is dangerous and it must be destroyed. And they have chosen Craig to do this. Not some military guy, not some guy with some kind of special training. I mean, he is pretty good with a revolver. He did defeat a helicopter with a revolver, so that's pretty... I guess that does take some kind of talent. But other than that, he's pretty much just a reporter. But you know, why not? He is the main character. It would be a little weird if the aliens picked like an extra in the movie. And then there's just one guy in the back just doing all this shit while Craig's just being Craig in front of the camera. But I'm the star of the movie. And the extra's like, yeah, but you don't do anything. You're just a fucking actor. I'm the one getting shit done around here. It's the little people, like us extras, that really change things. What the fuck am I talking about? Well, then Joanna shows up, and then Roach shows up again, and now he's got a shotgun, and he's gonna try to shotgun them to death in the swamp. It's a Florida thing. So now we have a sweet-ass fanboat chase. And they're just cruising along, just cutting that swamp water. Man, fanboats are so awesome. I gotta sing about. Alright. Damn. Craig and Joanna, they swerve off and they hide. And Craig sets the fanboat on fire. So it looks like they died. And Roach just believes this. I'm assuming if he's the henchman, if he's the one who does the henching for this, big bad guy, he's got to have some kind of skill at killing. I mean, we saw him kill a bunch of people earlier. He's pretty good at it. He's kind of a dick about it, shooting everybody in the back. But he's pretty good at killing. He's done it before. But this professional killer just sees the fanboat on fire. Doesn't see any bodies, didn't hear any screaming. Doesn't even get a little bit closer to lean in to see if there's like a charred arm hanging out or anything. He's just like, that boat's on fire. They're both completely dead. I'm gonna go home and eat a sandwich. So Craig goes to meet with this other scientist. Now this guy, I guess, replaced the scientist from the beginning, the one that got shot, the one that Roach killed. He was the one that was originally doing all the research on the organism. But this guy has replaced him, and he has invented it's a type of acid that will just destroy pretty much anything, and that is what they want to use to destroy the organism, because I guess it's pretty much impervious to everything else. So Joanna and Craig go back to one of their places. I think it's his, and then they have sex, which is, it makes sense story-wise, because you have these two characters that are embroiled in this dangerous, plot of espionage and otherworldly beings, and they're working together. So of course there's going to be like chemistry, but the problem is they look like a mom and dad on like a TV sitcom in the 80s.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life.
It's like watching your parents fuck. It really is.
Facts of life. The facts of life.
I didn't want to see that at all. I wasn't enjoying it. I wanted that part to be over with pretty quick. Okay, so the organism is currently in the basement of Mr. Anderson's mansion. He's got a team of scientists down there. So Craig needs to get into the basement to get to the organism. So Joanna uses her psychic powers to get into Mr. Anderson's mind to make him just leave his mansion for a while. Because I guess there's nobody else there. That's kind of sad though. This evil rich guy, he's only got the one henchman. He has a team of scientists, but they're not like, they're not like standing around with guns. Usually you see a bad guy like this, he's got the guys, standing outside with the sunglasses and the Hawaiian shirt and the Uzis. But no, it's just Mr. Anderson and Roach just driving around. Maybe this is the startup. Maybe this is the ground level, and he's just starting out. But he's going to get ahead if he can get the organism to its full power. And then him and Roach, they'll be sitting in an even bigger mansion, and he'll look over at Roach and be like, "Remember when it was just you and me? We was driving around just shooting people in the back? Oh man, it was good times. This is the good old days. Started from the bottom, now we here." So then Craig meets up with the scientist who developed the acid that can kill the organism, and he gives Craig the acid. I don't know why he didn't give it to him earlier, but whatever. So now they're driving towards Mr. Anderson's place, and the organism, which is psychic, it can sense them coming for it, and it defends itself by making the car go crazy. Then the scientist is like, just jump out, man. I got this. I'm gonna jump out like right after you jump out, but jump out. So Craig jumps out, and the scientist guy doesn't jump out. So he's dead. Craig shows up at Mr. Anderson's place. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? I'm Craig. You might remember me from earlier. So Joanna's still chilling at her house, and she's doing still doing the psychic thing, because she's still got a hold on Mr. Anderson. She's making him just run around, she just made him go away. But the organism, it can sense her psychic abilities, so it zeroes in on her, and then it just so that breaks her psychic hold on Mr. Anderson. And I guess they drove all the way to an airport or something, or a hangar, and he just snaps out of it, and he's like, "Where the fuck am I? And I have to imagine Roach in that moment, because he doesn't know that Mr. Anderson has been psychically controlled. He's just going with his boss to the hangar. You know, he doesn't ask questions. It's none of his business. He just does what he's told, collects his paychecks. That's how Roach rolls. So he's just going to the hangar with his boss. You know, don't know what's going to happen. Might have to kill some people. He might be meeting somebody for a shady businessman, evil businessman business deal or something. But then they get to the hangar. And all of a sudden, Roach's boss just starts looking around all confused, like, where am I? And I feel like from Roach's perspective, he's just like, oh no, Mr. Anderson's getting old. His brain isn't functioning like it used to. It's okay, Mr. Anderson. I'll take care of you. More than just a henchman. I'm your friend. Okay, so Craig finally shoots his way down to the basement where the organism is, and now it's time for a motherfucking showdown. It is on. It's on site. And like 5 seconds into the fight, he drops the acid. Like, what the fuck, dude? Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig. You got this, Craig.
Craig! Oh, shit.
Okay, so Craig defeats the alien, and he grabs up the body, and he goes upstairs. Mr. Anderson and Roach show up, and they're like, "Hey, don't move, man. You got the that's my organism, dude." And then Joanna comes in.
Thanks, Joanna.
So Craig and Joanna take the organism, and they're driving. It's in the back seat, and they realize it's still alive. Shit. So they're just like, we'll just give it to the aliens. Like, hey, here's that thing you wanted dead. And then the aliens are like, well, it's still alive. We just wanted you to kill it. Like, but here, just take it though. It's bigger, and it's probably pretty pissed off, but it's yours now. You have it. So then the aliens just take it. Then they ride off into the sunset on a sweet-ass fan boat. So that was Miami Horror. What'd you think, Bert? For more Novajoka goodness, be sure to check out my books, which are now available on Amazon.com. And on behalf of Bert and myself and everyone else here at Novajoka, keep it real and keep it
Scary.
I hope we didn't ruin The Exorcist for anybody. Yeah. Yeah.
Riding on a fan boat. Riding on a fan boat. Fan helps the boat go. Boat helps the man float.